brain's still like just processing the last couple presentations, so hard to follow up with. But morning, everyone. My name's John. I use he, pronouns. Spent the majority of my life in the Northeast working with different YMCAs. Any YMCA folks in the room? Give you a quick shout out. And can I invite you on a journey with me this morning? Yeah. At the beginning of a lot of journeys, I like to ground myself real quick too. So this almost feels a little bit like school, like teacher-student thing too, which let's go instead with like, are you smarter than a fourth grader? All right, so who's president? Joe Biden. Election day is coming up. Come on, people. All right. What state are we in? Michigan. All right. What's 8 divided by 2? 4. Okay. Now, what if I said no? 8 divided by 2 is not 4. And this happens in school all the time, right? We answer questions, we're taught different things, and then we're told, no! That's not correct. You're not in Michigan. Joe Biden is not president. Half of 8 is not 4. So if I say half of 8, what's half of 8? 0. Maybe. Can't fold right now. What's half of 8? 3. What's half of 8? Butt cheeks. Butt cheeks. I always wait for the butt cheeks. Half of 8 is butt cheeks. That's a second grader right there. What else is half of 8? I heard a few other ones. W. What else? Boobs. What else? Mountains. Birds. Roller coasters. All the things, right? When we're growing up in school, there's a functionality to equations. There's a functionality to 1 + 1 is 2. If I'm sharing 8 donuts with someone, and I say you can have half the donuts, and they leave 0 donuts, guess what? There's a problem. So systems are important, functionality is important. However, the thing that happens with kids as they journey from childhood to adulthood, I feel like, is they're just taught this is the answer. Half of 8 is 4. In all situations, you are in Michigan in all situations. Joe Biden is president in all situations. What about presidents of other countries? Who's the president of another country? We automatically just filter and questions, answers into these formulas that, without even thinking, without even challenging it, we automatically jump to conclusions, jump to answers. That doesn't just happen with creativity, but how do we think creatively, especially about youth from marginalized backgrounds as well, and the biases that automatically have us jump to automatic answers for the things that we're going through? And how are we challenging ourselves when it comes to our conclusions we jump to, and the equations that our minds have been conditioned and socialized to believe create the answers to the situations? Because sometimes the bad kid isn't the bad kid. Kid plus misbehavior does not automatically mean needs to be sent home right away, right? And there's just a magic, I think, when we can actually challenge ourselves to ask, what is half of 8 in that situation? I know the prompt for this talk was like, share something that you're an expert at, and I don't consider myself to be an expert at this because I don't have all the answers to all the things that half of 8 is. One of my favorite quotes, though, is that the greatest good you can do is not just share with others your riches, but reveal to them their own. And I believe the same thing applies to us as professionals. Like, let's unlock our imaginations. Let's unlock our potentials and not just accept all the answers and equations we're told we have to do, all the manuals that we're handed and told apply to this blindly. Because there are so many other solutions. And the real thing is, what does half of 8, what does your camper, the kid in front of you, your staff, the staff in front of you, what do they need that to be? Not even what does my creativity want that to be, what do they need out of that equation? What's going to help them grow and thrive? And how can I set up a situation where that is invited into a space and created in a space, and a space is created so that all of those possibilities are unlocked rather than limited. So that's just my challenge to you. And my invitation to you is just to know that you're a badass and go out there and create all the house of 8s in your camp and with each other. Thank you.